Jimmy Rave, the original XTC, I tell you, and Jimmy Rave has been covering some serious tracks around the earth, appearing for Ring of Honor as well as CZW, and fresh back from appearing for CZW in Italy, no less. And I hear he's really brushed up in his Italian and rather fluent in it.
Got to feel great for Jimmy Rave getting a name and an opportunity to show that name around the country and around the world now, and he's done very well at that as the mat technician locks in the side headlock on young Scott Starr. It's looked pretty good in his first few outings here at NWA Wildside. Certainly a little rough around the edges, but definitely has a future here in Wildside. This is a big opportunity for one Scott Starr.
That it is, and Scott Starr obviously showed enough of activity and some funny gifts to the matchmakers of NWA Wildside, hence his return to the ring wars here at your nation's #1 pro wrestling alternative, and hopefully there's no jet lag problems for young Jimmy Rave, I would hope.
Rave with a cradle there, 2 count. Saw just a moment ago. Oh, nice arm drag there. And another by Scott Starr. He's up and ready to go toe-to-toe with Rave.
And Jimmy Rave didn't expect quite a fight from young Scott Starr, but of these two athletes, quite obviously, Scott Starr is the hungrier of the two. And again, being on nationwide television has got to be a bit of a daunting task for these young professionals, but still he wants to make the best showing possible. And against Jimmy Rave, the A game is a given.
Side headlock, off the ropes, shoulder tackle, takedown, up and over goes Rave. Hip toss attempt by Starr, blocked reverse, clothesline, duck, neck breaker by Scott Starr, and a kip up.
He's a big boy to be doing kip ups.
Reverse the Irish whip there, tilt the whirl into a backbreaker. Rave goes for the cover, forearm across the face, only 2 though, and maybe not even that.
Jimmy Rave is making some serious moves towards being the ultimate mat technician. Oh, thunderous chop. So much for the mat technician concept. My theory being shot down in flames here.
And Jimmy Rave lighting Starr up with those chops there, and now going to the surfboard hold there on the back, knee in and wrenching back on the, wait a minute.
Unbeknownst to the camera, I don't know if the camera's picking up on it yet, but making his way down the ramp, wearing a ridiculous orange and red number, is Salvatore Rinauro, who perhaps he's got designs on Scott Starr here.
Well, you know, Rinauro has been scouting the up-and-coming athletes in Wildside. It was Ray Gordy, Fast Eddie, and now Cool Seth DeLay. Do you think that the up-and-coming athlete Scott Starr is who Rinauro has his eye on here?
I think it's pretty much inevitable. Salvatore Rinauro's MO over the last number of months is taking these young athletes and kind of swinging them around to his way of thinking, and he used the term rather loosely.
Starr fighting back on Jimmy Rave here. Irish whip. Boot to the midsection by Rave. Yet another Irish whip reversal by Starr. Goes for the drop kick, but Rave, more experience there in taking advantage of it. Nice drop kick, goes for the pin, hooks him. 2 count by Scott Starr, kicks out.
A borderline nonchalant cover by Jimmy Rave. I think maybe just the way Rave sort of fell on his opponent. Nothing particularly nonchalant about the ring activities of the original XTC.
Off the ropes, ducks the clothesline, barely double high cross body.
2 athletes with the exact same move on the mind at the exact same time, giving Jimmy Rave ample time of gathering his wits.
The original ecstasy. Power bomb. 2 count. Starr rolls through. Rave's got him though. What is this gonna be? What is this gonna be? Roll through. Scott Starr's got him. No, Rave rolls through. Knee to the face.
And a big one at that, and Rave is the victor in this matchup.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner here in tonight's opening contest, the original ecstasy, Jimmy Rave.
Well, let's turn our attention to the challenger of this matchup, namely one Skeeter Frost. At one time, Skeeter Frost was a goofball rapidly approaching Salvatore Rinauro type level of goofballism. Goofballism? There's a word. Anyway, regardless, but Skeeter Frost has taken his game and given it a serious edge that has thrown a lot of competitors off their game plan and has impressed nothing less than the matchmaking committee at NWA Wildside into giving him a Wildside Junior Heavyweight Championship shot here tonight on Wildside.
Skeeter Frost cutting a little rug there in front of Fast Eddie, trying to psych him out.
Well, that's great. We need some carpeting here at the Wildside NWA Arena. Wall to wall, shag, orange would be kind of nice.
It would lengthen the careers of the athletes. Collar and elbow tie up. Waist lock there by Fast Eddie, the champ, riding on Skeeter Frost. Side headlock applied. Frost trying to power his way out of it there, as you see Steve, and he does. Takes him over into a hammerlock, side headlock takeover now. Skeeter Frost dominating the early portion of this match.
Skeeter Frost may not quite have the musculature of Fast Eddie, but he has definitely some inches, some height on the Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, and I think that's going to account for quite a bit here, as I think even Fast Eddie, and perhaps even Sal Rinauro, does not treat Skeeter Frost quite like the serious athlete he has become, and that could ultimately be their undoing.
Yes, you know, these guys, they spend so much time wrapped up in themselves and what they're doing. It's rare that they scout out an opponent the caliber of Skeeter Frost. He's not really made a name for himself, but he's impressed a lot of people. And a match like this is an opportunity to do it. Winning the Junior Heavyweight Championship in your first opportunity could make a superstar overnight out of Skeeter Frost.
Certainly can, and the Skeeter is certainly hoping for that here this evening. But in addition to the fact that Fast Eddie is a handful and a half, plus you have Sal Rinauro dancing around at the ringside. Now, if you notice that Sal makes sure he's in the front of the ring, so he's in virtually every camera shot. Oh, there you go. Vanity rules the life of Sal Rinauro.
With the egos involved in this matchup, I'm surprised there's any room in the ring for Mike Posey. But
Mike doesn't take up much space, though.
with that being stated, you have to give credit where it's due to the Junior Heavyweight Champion, Fast Eddie. Remarkable improvement shown in his in-ring ability. It's like the title lit a fire under his behind. Fast Eddie stepped it up a notch with that Junior Heavyweight Championship. He was really considered a joke as well, much like Skeeter Frost at one point. He won the title, and now he has made himself a quality athlete and a dominant Junior Heavyweight Champion, and that's just rare to ever see in that sort of circumstance. And
interestingly, that Skeeter Frost is now playing the strength game with Fast Eddie, and that's quite obviously a test that Fast Eddie is going to defeat here. But some of the ingenuity, though, of Skeeter Frost apparently on parade here tonight. Meets up with a swift kick in the gut.
Frost was using his height for leverage there. Fast Eddie had to kick the knuckles away to get break from the hold.
Skeeter Frost looking for some support from the fans here tonight. He's going to get it with them. Doesn't have to ask more than once.
Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Two men going for the test of strength. Fast Eddie winning again here, but Frost using the agility, and he does have the superior agility.
Have you gotten any word from Sal Rinauro on who he was scoping out earlier on in this edition of Wildside? Any idea?
I don't know. A lot of suspicions run rampant there, but I'll keep my mouth shut for now.
As long as Sal Rinauro takes the same tip and keeps his mouth shut too.
Shoulder tackle there in the ring. Let's just say there's been a lot of backstage gossip regarding that situation. I don't want to leak anything that's untrue. Yeah. So we'll
tell you what, if it involves gossip and Sal Rinauro, forget about it.
We'll leave it at that right now. But Skeeter Frost now in the ring, goes for the standing moonsault, did not get all he wanted, but it may have been more effective on Eddie.
Yeah, because a pair of knees from Skeeter hit Eddie right in the chest, and wasn't quite what Skeeter had anticipated, but definitely very painful.
Nice springboard Hurricane Rana by Frost. Tremendous grace there in the execution of that maneuver.
And Skeeter looks a little bit winded, but Mr. Frost has some designs with a baseball slide, but Sal Rinauro and Fast Eddie out of the way. Oh, dear.
Crucial moment in this contest right there. You saw it, fans. Skeeter Frost went right into the lion's den, and Fast Eddie and Sal Rinauro made him pay for it.
That's true. Looks like Skeeter spent just that additional second and a half hesitating in that move, and the execution was a little bit slow, and ultimately it bit him in an unfortunate area. And Fast Eddie on top for a pin attempt, but only a 2 count. And Fast Eddie likes his counts fast.
Fast Eddie hooking Skeeter Frost now. The champ is back in control of this contest. Up in the air, vertical suplex position, down onto the knee. Nasty. Eddie showing arrogance there in the lateral press, and not something he needs to do at this juncture in the matchup.
Whoa, super looking forward to the main event of this edition of Wildside, as Iceberg and Tank are going to be getting their hands on Pomp and Circumstance, who seem to have some sort of running dialogue going with Al Getz of all things.
Skeeter Frost from the top rope, full rotation, somersault, ace crusher. He's got the leg hooked. That was a last-second desperation kick out by Fast Eddie.
And Sal Rinauro thought that Fast Eddie was as good as done as Rinauro tried to break up that pin himself.
How quickly the tide turns here. Oh my goodness. Double straight jacket wrap down onto 2 knees.
Very crafty on the part of the Wildside Junior Heavyweight champ, Fast Eddie. 1 knee's gotta hurt, hell 2 has gotta be excruciating.
Irish whip into the corner. Frost stumbles out right into the waiting arms of Eddie and now going to attack the spine there. And that is always Fast Eddie's focal point, to get some good and softened up for the Fast Eddiest.
Definitely good offensive posture for Fast Eddie, dude. It's certainly something you can't do to Sal Rinauro. He doesn't have a spine. And digging down deep, Skeeter Frost able to level the Wildside Junior Heavyweight champ.
Just looking for some sort of offensive connection here. Frost thrust his legs out there, just hoping to hit something, and he was successful as he knocked Fast Eddie to the ground.
Fast Eddie is wobbly, but then I don't think Skeeter Frost is in much better shape either.
It's been a high-impact junior heavyweight title match. Big clothesline by Frost, though, out of nowhere. Skeeter Frost is looking to make an impact here. Back body drop by the challenger in this contest. Frost is going to the top.
Perhaps that's ill-advised, Skeeter, but Skeeter Frost, and ill-advised indeed as Sal Rinauro knocks the perch.
I tell you, Steve, Rinauro and Fast Eddie have played Skeeter Frost like a fiddle in this matchup. And there's chicanery. Wait a minute, no! Wait a minute, Skeeter Frost locking on the submission as he's going for the Fast Eddiest, but he's gonna have to break it.
You can't get a submission move while you're on the turnbuckles. But then again, it was a desperation notion, and that's what Skeeter Frost decided to capitalize on.
Skeeter Frost caught Fast Eddie hard with a DDT, and he spiked him. Steve, that may be enough. You see the twitching with Fast Eddie. We could have a new junior heavyweight champion, Steve.
Not if Sal Rinauro has anything to say about it, namely putting the leg of his higher Fast Eddie on that bottom rope.
Sal Rinauro, veteran ring positioning.
Well, Sal Rinauro looking out for his man.
Knowing exactly where to be.
Oh, big rookie error from Skeeter Frost.
Oh! The Russian leg sweep from hell into the turnbuckle. You know that didn't feel good.
Without a doubt, and Skeeter Frost pretty much all but dead as Fast Eddie hoists Skeeter back on that turnbuckle, but on Fast Eddie's terms this time.
Fast Eddie has Skeeter Frost, and there's the Fast Eddiest.
And Skeeter Frost in La La Land and goes down to defeat to the Wildside Junior Heavyweight champ.
Wrestling fans, your winner and still NWA Wildside Junior Heavyweight Champion, Fast Eddie.